That is the question. Bolsonaro knew something when he was president of Brazil, and he was part of the dollar, right? Bolsonaro was part of the dollar. He did not want nothing to do with BRICS. Okay, the previous administration, Dilma Rousseff, the former president of Brazil, down in Portuguese America, was basically saying that she's the one who implemented the BRICS nations with South Africa, Russia, and China, and India, and Bolsonaro basically steered away from it almost immediately. And once he took his presidency down in Brazil, and then now Argentina's president-elect Javier Milei says he won't join the BRICS groups, right? So there's a lot of underlying things. We do have a lot of BRICS videos we've made over the last 10 years discussing things about BRICS. Going back when I was still living in Vancouver, we're making videos about BRICS nations and what the plan was. So Argentinian president-elect Javier Milei has done a complete 180 in Buenos Aires, joining BRICS, saying a Southern American nation won't be joining the five-nation group. So something's brewing, something's happening. These people know things obviously we don't. We're lucky if we know 2% of what's going on out there. We're lucky if we got 2%. Very lucky if we got 2%. So, and who chooses Argentina's next cabinet? Not Milei. Milei, apparently. So we actually remember talking about this about 5-6 months ago when he was dissing Lula when he won the presidency in Brazil. He was basically dissing Lula, and we were covering that on Mike of the Night. And he won't, because the way the Argentina parliament works, it's different, okay? So former President Mauricio Marci is collecting on his Proposta Republica PRO party contribution to have Javier Milei win last Sunday's runoff against the economy minister Sergio Massa, and the two of the most prominent members of the next administration cabinet will be from Marxist allegiance. It was reported Thursday in Buenos Aires. Making headlines on her own was former presidential candidate Patricia, who finished third in the October 22nd elections and would run head to security ministry. Although, so it goes on to say, also contributing okay, in this scenario, with Macri and others calling the shots within his future government, Milei suspended his spiritual trip to the United States and said he would be traveling to Israel after taking office. He also hinted he would pay a visit to Pope Francis if it can be arranged. So basically what is happening is that there's a lot of things internally happening. So it doesn't matter who wins. So basically, even if the guy who wins the election, people want it to, and that's a big problem, because then he can't be calling the shots there, right? So this is something we're going to keep our finger on the pulse with, okay?